It is Sunday, and I know that you are excited about your life, man. You had a good weekend, you're halfway through Sunday, and now all of a sudden you're like, uh, I got to go to work tomorrow. Man, I hope that's not you. I hope you're living the dream every single day and you're living for every day, not just for the weekend. The truth is, we have three different areas of our life. We have our home life, we have our work life, and we have our relationships. And more often than not, we're unhappy in at least one of those areas. And for some people, man, we're unhappy in all of them. You know, anytime we become unhappy, it's simply because, well, I say simply, it's not necessarily simply, but anytime we're unhappy, what happens is our life conditions do not meet our expectations for where we should be in life. And most of the time we have to do a little bit of tweaking and changing to both of those, both our life conditions and our expectations. But it's a lot more difficult than that. It's easy. Let me say it's simple. It's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. It's very difficult. And let me tell you why. We have disempowering beliefs, right? How you are raised, the conditioning that you've gone through, your life experiences, for some people will just absolutely beat them down. And then that gives a deep rooted belief that we're just not good enough. We just can't get there. What we have is all we're ever going to get. And it takes a process. It takes some time and a lot of work to change those disempowering beliefs. Now I know. I mean, I have deep rooted disempowering beliefs that I was able to change for the most part, but because of my conditioning and my life experiences that I've had, I sometimes have to work a little bit harder on it than other people. We all have disempowering thoughts, that we're not good enough. Even elite level athletes have it. The difference between those that are successful and those that aren't is the ones that are successful, we don't allow those disempowering thoughts to stick around very long, right? And so you get a disempowering thought like, I'm not good enough, or, why does this always happen to me? We're asking ourselves bad questions. And so you get rid of it. If you don't get rid of it, then that changes your focus. And now you're focused on what you don't have instead of what you want. It's focused on the problem instead of the solution and how we can get what we want. Very, very important, because our thoughts, disempowering or empowering, will determine our focus, what we're truly focused on. And then that focus will create our emotions. If we have disempowering thoughts, we're focused on the wrong thing, what we don't have, our loss, then that creates disempowering emotions like not worthy, not good enough, just being depressed and down on yourself. And then that creates, those disempowering emotions create action or a lack thereof. So one of the things that I talk about quite a bit is how our emotions determine our behavior. So if you're upset about something and someone says something innocently enough, trying to help you, you can take that out of context. You misread their intent because you're already angry or you're already upset. Has that ever happened to you where you were mad and someone was just trying to help and you're like, you yell at them or something, and then later you realized, man, they were just trying to help? It's because you're angry. And anger is just an extension of being upset, and being upset is just a feeling of loss, that you've lost something. And so we have to change the way that we think. We have to focus on what we want and get positive and believe in ourselves that we can achieve what it is that we want to achieve. Very, very important that you believe in yourself. And then start taking actions that will help us get what we want. Now, it's a little bit deeper than that, because we talk about goal setting and there's different ways and theories and philosophies about how to set goals. But the main thing is focus on what you want, believe that you can have that, believe that you deserve that, and then start taking the action you need to go get that. It's not going to happen overnight. All right. I mean, years and years, and really 3 decades of disempowering beliefs that I had, that I had to overcome. And because they were so deep rooted, I mean, to say I struggle probably is not the right word, but I have a lot of disempowering thoughts that come into my head, and I have certain things that I do to overcome those, and do it very quickly. It's not okay to be upset, frustrated, stressed out, feeling unworthy, be angry all the time. It is not okay. It is not okay, and you deserve better than to sit around and wish you had more than what you have. It's just not okay. And so you have to start somewhere, and it starts in your mind. The thing that I want you to also understand, your subconscious mind has significant impact on your decisions. And the subconscious mind is where those deep rooted beliefs are. So sometimes you're not even consciously thinking about those deep rooted beliefs, those disempowering beliefs. So it's important that we understand the subconscious mind controls a lot of the decision making process, a lot of our actions would probably be a better way to say it. And so we have to talk to ourselves and communicate with ourselves in the right way. If you're always slumped down and sad, or you're disappointed with where you are and the things that you're able to achieve in life, in business, in athletics, whatever it might be, if you're always holding your body in the wrong way to where you're just dejected, you're just communicating to your subconscious mind that you're not good enough. You see it in sports a lot. Um, Sometimes at the elite level, but certainly in high school and below, even in college, when someone strikes out, they're like, oh, why did I swing at that? Man, I can't believe I did that. That was dumb. That was stupid. Okay, maybe it was, but telling yourself that isn't a good idea. How about, that was a great swing? I missed the ball, but man, I swung hard, right? I was committed to the process. And so a lot of times what happens is we just don't commit to the process. We get excited about something and we want to do it, and then we start on it, and then within a couple of days things got hard, life hit us in the face, whether it had to do with that or something else, and then we just lost our enthusiasm. And so this is much more than enthusiasm. This is much more than just making a decision. A decision means that we took action. It's making a decision and committing to the result. Once we decide that there's a result that we want, and we make a decision and we start taking action towards that, we have to stay committed, which means we have to continue to take action every day until we get the result that we want. Very, very important. Hey, listen, man, life is tough. Life is tough, but life is a game. And those that are successful are good at playing the game. And the game starts with you, right? It doesn't matter what field you're on. It only matters that you're the best possible player that you can be, which means that your results are based on your potential. And unfortunately, a lot of people, there's a huge gap between their potential and the results they're getting, and there's some missing parts in there, right? So let's get the results based on our potential. Let's get the most out of every day. Let's get the most out of our ability. Let's work hard. Let's push hard. Let's be patient. The results will come if you do the work and you show up every day. Hey, if there's anything I can do to help you, let me know. Thanks.